I'm just about to start my workout for today. This is a body weight workout, but that doesn't mean that I'm not using any equipment. It just means that I'm not lifting anything other than my own body weight. I will be using my jump rope today. No surprise there, but if you don't have a jump rope, that's fine. You can still do this workout right along with me. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. I'm also using my dip bar. But again, if you do not have a piece of equipment like this, that's fine. You can still do the workout right along with me. I will be providing equipment-free substitutions, so please stick around to see those. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video, so if you would prefer to skip straight ahead to the workout, you can use the chapter markers to do that. If you would like to see the exercises demonstrated and explained before we begin, let's go ahead and get into that right now. I'm starting with jump rope, so let's start with jump rope. First of all, if you do have a jump rope, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. I always just kind of jog in place like this while I'm jumping rope, but if you are more comfortable jumping with your feet together, that's fine. Jump with your feet together. If you're really good at jump rope, you can do something more challenging like high knees or jump rope jacks. The only important thing is that we're counting revolutions of the rope. With each jump rope section, we're going to be doing 5 sets of 100. So when I say a set of 100, I'm talking about 100 revolutions of the jump rope. So you're gonna count 100 revolutions, make a little slash, you're gonna do that 5 times, that's each jump rope section. So if you don't have a jump rope, you really can just pantomime jumping rope. That's obviously going to be the closest to what I'm doing. They actually sell jump ropes with no rope. It's just 2 handles that you hold on to while you pantomime jumping rope. Okay, so if you're already jumping over an imaginary rope, please tell me why you can't do that while holding on to imaginary handles. That is a completely legitimate option. So you can just pretend to jump rope with me and that will work great. If you don't want to do that, then any kind of cardio exercise you want to do is fine. So you can just jog in place, you can shadow box. If you have a heavy bag or if you have access to one at the gym or something, you can work on the heavy bag. Each cardio section, each of our little jump rope sections is going to take me somewhere in the neighborhood of about plus or minus 5 minutes or so. So you can just substitute with about 5 minutes of any kind of cardio exercise you want. If you have an elliptical or a treadmill or an exercise bike, you can hop on one of those for 5 minutes. You could do up and down the steps. Remember, you can always take the workouts to the park or to the field at your local high school if you have access. So for example, if you wanted to take this workout to the field at your local high school, you could jog around the track for 5 minutes, or you could do up and down the bleachers for 5 minutes. So get creative, use your space, use what's available to you, but plus or minus about 5 minutes or so of any kind of cardio exercise you want will work just fine in place of jump rope. So the next exercises, the next 3 exercises, I'm going to be using my dip bar. If you don't have a dip bar, I love this piece of equipment. So I will say that if you plan on following my workouts regularly, would it be a terrible idea to invest in something like this? It doesn't have to be this exact one. There used to be an Amazon branded dip bar like this. I don't know if it still exists, but it's not that pricey. But it is a little bit of an investment. So the other thing I would suggest is checking sites like Craigslist or OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, maybe for an actual piece of exercise equipment that looks like this. But more importantly, if you're looking for a cheaper option, check those sites for an old walker, because you really can repurpose an old walker for all of the exercises that I use this dip bar for. Okay, so, and you can usually find an old walker. I've checked before just so that I can speak about this knowledgeably. Every time I go on, I find a walker for like 10 bucks on like OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. So if you do want to invest in something like this, but you want to start small, an old walker is a great place to start. So look for one of those. You can probably snag one for under $20. And they're sturdy and strong and stable. They're meant to hold your body weight. So they really can be used safely for the type of things that I'm using my dip bar for. So that's a great option. If you don't want to do that, you don't have a dip bar or something similar that you can use like an old walker, then there are other ways that you can modify the exercises, and we'll get to that in just a minute. So let me show you the first exercise that I'm doing on here. I always call them reverse push-ups because 100 years ago, when I first started doing these at-home workouts, my muse, my raison d'etre in this life was Zuzka Light. Her workouts were almost exclusively the workouts that I followed, the workouts that I modeled my home workouts after. And she called these reverse push-ups. They're really not push-ups, they're pull-ups, okay? But I think she called them reverse push-ups because it looks like you're doing a push-up upside down. But it's not a push exercise, it's a pull exercise. So I'm going to show you the exercise the way I'm doing it on my dip bar, and then we'll talk about what to do if you don't have something similar to this that you can use. So I'm going to come down, kind of inside, inside my dip bar. I'm going to grab the handles. Now you can do these with your legs straight if you want. That will increase the difficulty quite a bit. So you're going to be kind of in an upside down plank position like this. I am going to bend my knees and have my feet flat on the floor. That is going to make this exercise much easier. Think of doing push-ups from a high plank position from your toes versus doing push-ups from your knees. Obviously doing them from your knees is a lot easier because you are having to lift less weight. So this is the same thing. I'm leveraging, I'm passing along some of the burden of lifting myself to my legs. I'm using my legs a little bit to assist me. So if your legs are straight, then it's going to require more upper body strength, more back strength to lift yourself up. So you can try a few reps that way, and then when it gets too taxing, you can bend your knees. Or if you're strong enough to do 50 of these with straight legs, you can do them with straight legs. But I am going to bend my knees and have my feet flat on the floor. And now all I'm going to do is pull myself up. So I'm going to bend my elbows and I'm going to pull my chest up as high as I can. And then controlling the movement, I'm going to lower myself back down. All right, so it looks like an upside down push-up. And I think that's why Zuzka calls them reverse push-ups, but really it's a pull-up. I'm not pushing my body weight up, I'm pulling my body weight up. So if you do not have, if you have an old walker, obviously you could get underneath your old walker and do that. What I used to do before I had this piece of equipment, I was always following Zuzka's workouts, and so every time she did this exercise, I had to get creative and use household items. So what I would do is I would take 2 chairs, not a flimsy plastic folding chair like this, 2 sturdy dining room chairs, and place them back to back. So here's the back of this chair. I would have the other chair, the back of it facing me this way, and I would put a broomstick across the chairs, get underneath the broomstick and lift myself up that way, and it worked. I did the exercise that way all the time. Now you need to have chairs that are strong enough to hold your body weight, stable enough that they're not going to collapse on you like this flimsy folding chair. Please don't use a folding chair. Use a chair that is stable and well made. It's not going to fold up on you. It's not going to collapse on you. And stable enough so that it's not going to slide from underneath you. So I would put a yoga mat on the floor first. Then I would place my chairs back to back on the yoga mat and put a broomstick across the chairs, so that my chairs couldn't slide from underneath me, okay? So you can make something like that work as long as your chairs are strong, sturdy, and stable. Strong enough, meaning that they can support your body weight. Sturdy, meaning that they will not collapse or break on you. And stable, meaning that they will not slide from underneath you. Okay, and then obviously your broomstick also needs to have enough integrity that as you pull your weight up with it, it's not going to snap in half. If it snaps in half, You're gonna hit the floor. It's not gonna be pleasant. I don't want anyone getting hurt. So please use your common sense and be safe. But I did used to do this exercise like that all the time, and it can work as long as you are using your common sense and being safe. So that is another option. If that is not going to work for you, maybe you're heavier than I am and you don't trust your chairs to hold your weight, or you don't trust that you have a broomstick that's strong enough that it's not going to snap on you, totally understandable. The next best thing I would say would be pull-ups, because that's what we're doing. We're pulling ourselves up. So if you have a pull-up bar, I have one of those pull-up bars. I bought it at Bed Bath & Beyond many, many years ago for like $30 plus 20% off. If you know, you know. So it's so easy. You just place it in the door frame, and you can use one of those. You can do pull-ups instead. Pull-ups, I find pull-ups to be much more challenging than this exercise. I'm going to be doing sets of 50 of these reverse push-ups. They're really body weight rows, but we'll get to that in a minute. I'm calling them reverse push-ups because these get called reverse push-ups, but I'm going to be doing sets of 50 of these. There's no way I would want to do like a set of 50 pull-ups. It would just take me too long. So if you're doing pull-ups, you might want to reduce the amount of reps. If you're strong enough to do two sets of 50 over the course of the workout, then you can do pull-ups, that's fine, and you can do 50 pull-ups. So again, if you want to take this workout to the park, there is a park within walking distance of me that has pull-up bars. None of them are really a good height for me anymore, if you saw the last workout that I did at the park, but they're there, and that's a great resource as well. So you could always do pull-ups at the park if you have a local park with pull-up bars. And of course, if you want to take this workout to the gym, I'm sure there's pull-up bars at your gym that you could use. So that is another great option if you do not have a piece of exercise equipment like this, you do not have an old walker, and the 2 chairs back to back with the broomstick thing is not going to work for you, okay? Pull-ups. So if you own a pull-up bar, or if you have access to a pull-up bar, that would be the next best thing. If that's not going to work for you, you can still do the exercise, lucky you. So again, this, like I just said, this is really, when you break down the exercise, you break down what you're doing, this is a body weight row. You're rowing your own body weight. You're just doing it upside down. So what you can really do is bent over rows. So let me demonstrate that for you real quickly. So I'm gonna demonstrate this using a set of dumbbells for reference. If you're curious, these are 10-pound dumbbells. 10 pounds generally is a pretty good weight for me. You may need to use something lighter or heavier than that. That's going to depend on your strength, on your level of fitness, what you have available to you, and how hard you're looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your weight if you are going to add weight to this workout, and make the decision that is best for you. But here is how you can do this exercise if you don't have a dip bar or something similar. You can just do bent over rows. So you want to start by tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. That means your chest is going to be lifted high, your shoulders are back and down. Always your core is tight and engaged. Always there's a slight bend to your knees, and you're going to hinge at the hips. So I want you to push your booty back. Visualize like you are trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, and hinge at the hips so that your back stays flat. Remember, our shoulder blades are tucked into the back pockets. Shoulders are not up here, they're down here, and they're back. Chest is lifted high, core is engaged, so that as you push that booty back, you're bending over with a flat back, okay? No arching your back or rounding your back like this. You want a flat back as you bend over and throughout the duration of the exercise. So from that position, all you're going to do is row your weights. So that just means you're bending your elbow, and with control, you're lifting the weights up towards your rib cage on that same side, and then with control, you're lowering the weights. So if I'm holding my dumbbells like this, I'm going to tuck my shoulder blades into my back pocket. Shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted high. I'm going to tighten up my abs with a soft bend to my knees. I'm going to push my hips backwards, like I'm trying to touch the wall behind me with my booty, and with a flat back and my weight in my heels, I'm going to hinge at the hips and bend over like this, letting my weights fall down in front of me. And now to do the bent over rows, I'm just going to bend my elbows and bring the weights up towards my shoulders on that same side, and then straighten my arms and lower the weights back down with control, not letting the weights drop down, but lowering them back down with control, okay? That is a bent over row. Just bend your elbows, lift the weights up towards the shoulders, and lower the weights back down, making sure that your back is flat and the weight is in your heels. I don't know why I gave myself a couple of little booty spanks when I said that, but that is how you do bent over rows. If you do not have dumbbells, again, look for household items that will work. So any type of household item that you could hold on to, maintain a secure grip on, you're not gonna drop it on your foot and injure yourself or something like that, will work. So a couple of water bottles or shampoo bottles will work. You can fill them with water, you could fill them with uncooked rice or kitty litter or beans, okay? Get creative and use what you've got. Any number of household items will work for this. If you don't have dumbbells and you don't have anything that you can use in place of dumbbells, like water bottles or something like that, I have more ideas. Say hello to my sandbag. You know her well. She doesn't have a name yet. I feel like she should have a name. I've had her for so long and I've never named her. So if you have any ideas, leave a comment. What do you think I should name my sandbag? I'm open to suggestions. I may or may not take them, but I'm open because I really don't have any ideas, but she should have a name, shouldn't she? My trusty old sandbag. All right, so again, for reference and for reference only, my sandbag is filled with about 25 pounds of sand. Again, you may need to use something lighter or heavier. That's going to depend on your strength, on your level of fitness, what you have available to you, and how hard you're looking to push yourself today. So make the decision that is best for you. If you do not have a sandbag, you can easily, especially for this exercise, you can easily fashion something similar using a backpack or a duffel bag filled with some sort of weight, like bags of kitty litter, bags of rice or beans, something like that, okay? Get creative, but you can absolutely make something similar to a sandbag if you don't have one. Again, you can also look on Amazon or, you know, at a local sporting goods store. It does not have to be this exact sandbag that I use. There are tons of sandbags out there. You can even check Amazon. You might be able to snag one for a decent price. But again, sites like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, there's always people selling exercise equipment on there. So you could check sites like that as well. Again, I think a sandbag is a great investment, especially if you are planning on following my workouts regularly, because I do use my sandbag pretty often, and you will definitely get a good amount of use out of it if you invest in one. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'm always providing equipment-free substitutions because I know that, you know, not everybody wants to be spending money on all these different pieces of exercise equipment, even though the exercise equipment I use is pretty basic and pretty minimal. I don't have a ton of equipment, but you know, I don't want you to be required to like purchase something if you want to follow my workouts. So it would be a good idea to invest in one, but if you don't want to, that's fine. But if you do have something like this that you can use, you can do the same exercise with a sandbag or something similar. So tucking the shoulder blades into the back pockets, chest is lifted high, shoulders are back and down. Core is engaged, pushing the booty back, trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, hinging at the hips, keeping the knees soft. I'm gonna reach down and grab my sandbag by the handles, and then again with a flat back and the weight in my heels, I'm just going to row the sandbag, and then lower the sandbag with control, okay? You could also use something like a big jug of laundry detergent, or maybe one of those big 2.5 gallon water containers. Or you could grab that basket full of clean laundry that you washed 6 days ago and still haven't folded, You could grab your laundry basket by the ends and do the same thing with that, okay? So again, look for household items that you can use, but you don't need any exercise equipment to do bent over rows, and it's a great substitution for the body weight rows, what I'm calling reverse push-ups that I'm doing on my dip bar. If you don't have anything at all that's going to work for weight, or you just don't want to add weight to your workout, then you're just going to have to substitute with maybe some sort of push-up or burpee variation. There are a million different push-up and burpee variations, obviously, so just pick one that works for you. It's not the same exercise. Again, that is a push exercise as opposed to a pull exercise. So in one of those, you are pushing your body weight up, using more of your chest, and in the other one you are pulling your body weight up, or you're pulling some other sort of weight up. So you're using your back muscles. So it's not the same exercise, but if you don't have anything you can use to pull your body weight up, like a dip bar or a walker or a pull-up bar, and you don't have any kind of weight that you feel comfortable using that you can pull up to your body, like dumbbells or a kettlebell, or a sandbag, or a basket of clean laundry, or dirty laundry, I don't judge, then pulling is kind of, you know, that train has left the station, so you're gonna need to do something different. So we're working our upper body, and you know, you've gotta adjust, you've got to work with what you've got. So if it means that you have to do a push exercise instead of a pull exercise, then that's what you should do. So any type of push-up or burpee variation is fine. If you need help coming up with a push-up or a burpee variation that you can manage, I'm right here to help, so please just ask. But that's the first exercise with all of your substitutions and modifications in case you don't have a dip bar or something similar that you can use. Now for the next exercise, you definitely don't need a dip bar because I'm just using my dip bar as a target. You can literally use anything as a target. So let me show you the exercise with my dip bar. I'm going to have it in front of me like this and turned to the side because I'm just using the handle of the dip bar as a target so that I can kick my leg up and over a target. Okay, and then I'm gonna kick the other leg up and over and fall back into a reverse lunge. Well, not fall into it, but you know what I mean. So here's the exercise the way I'm doing it. I'm going to start by picking up one foot. I'm going to first kick the foot across my body, so kicking the foot towards the wall on the opposite side, and then I'm going to kick it up and over the handle of my dip bar. Now I'm going to pick up the other foot and I'm going to kick it in the same direction. So this time, instead of kicking across my body, I'm going to lift up the foot in the same direction that I just kicked this one over, so towards this wall over here. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna kick the foot up and over the handle of my dip bar. And then I'm going to let my momentum continue in that direction so that this foot is going to land behind me, and then I'm going to sink down into a reverse lunge. Controlling the movement, please don't bang your knee into the floor or the ground. If you are able to tap the floor or the ground behind you, great. That's what we're going for. That's what I'm going to be doing, just to make sure the movement is under control so that you don't hurt yourself by banging your knee into the ground. If your range of motion does not allow your knee to come all the way down to the ground, that's fine. You don't need to touch the ground with your knee. You can just come here. So work to your own level. The only important thing really in your reverse lunge, other than controlling the movement and not banging your knee into the ground, is this angle in your front knee. So let me just move this so that you can see my front knee. When you are in a lunge, or forward lunge or a reverse lunge, what you're going for is more or less a 90-degree angle in this front knee. I am not, nor is anyone else, I would bet money, going to come to your house with a protractor and measure the angle in your front knee, so don't stress out about it too much. But what you're going for is essentially that you want the knee in this front leg to be over the heel of your front foot, as opposed to being out over the toes of your front foot, okay? So it's more or less a 90-degree angle here on your front knee. But that's it, that's the whole exercise. We're just gonna alternate sides. So again, starting by standing in front of my dip bar, I'm going to pick up one foot, kick it across my body, up and over the dip bar, and then I'm going to pick up the other foot, kick it in the same direction, up and over the handle of the dip bar, and then my momentum is going to carry that foot behind me. I'm going to sink into a reverse lunge. We're alternating sides. So now with my next drop, I'm going to take this foot that's behind me, kick it first towards that wall on the opposite side, and then up and over my dip bar. And now I'm gonna pick up the other foot. It's gonna follow the first foot up and over the dip bar, letting the momentum carry that foot back behind me, sinking down into my reverse lunge, all right? So up and over, reverse lunge. Now this back foot kicks up and over, other foot follows in the same direction, reverse lunge. So that's the exercise. I'm just using this as a target, so anything will work as a target. So again, a chair will work for this. I frequently use this folding chair when I'm out here doing this exercise because it's easier than dragging my dip bar out here. So this is a little bit lower, but it's the same general vicinity as the dip bar, the handles of the dip bar. And so you can just do the same thing. You can kick one leg up and over, the other leg follows, reverse lunge. Now this back foot comes forward, kick up and over the chair, up and over the chair, and into your reverse lunge. All right, it's the exact same exercise. And if you don't have anything that you can use as a target, or maybe you're intimidated by using a target because you don't want to kick the target, you feel like you might hurt yourself. First of all, that's the reason I like having a target, is because it forces me to get my leg up and over something, as opposed to getting lazy as I fatigue and maybe not getting my leg up that high and not clearing the object. It forces me to really get that leg up and over something. But that may not work for you. So a target is not essential. I like to have one, but if you don't have anything you can use as a target, first of all, the arm of your couch will work, a park bench will work, okay? So really you can use anything as a target, but if you don't have anything you can use as a target, or using a target makes you nervous because you think that you might not clear the target, you might kick it, you might get hurt or something like that, it's fine. You can kick over an imaginary target. So imagine that there's an obstacle here and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna kick over your imaginary obstacle, one foot then the other in the same direction, reverse lunge. Now you're gonna take this back foot, kick it forward towards that wall on the opposite side first, then up and over your imaginary target. Then you're gonna pick up the other foot, kick over your imaginary target in the same direction, let the momentum carry that foot behind you and sink down into your reverse lunge. All right, so that's the exercise with or without a target. And the third and final exercise with the dip bar is dips. I'm actually using my dip bar to do dips, imagine that. It's exceedingly rare because I don't like dips, they're hard and I can't really do them. The last time I went to do dips on here, I actually surprised the holy HE double hockey sticks out of myself because I could actually do 5 unassisted dips in a row. I believe that's the first time that's ever happened, but I feel like I've lost strength since then, so I don't know if I'll be able to do them unassisted today, but I'll try. But if you can't do dips unassisted, you can use your foot again to assist yourself. That's totally fine. I don't want to really demonstrate the dips because I feel like it's very likely that I'm going to be able to do a lot of them unassisted, if any at all. So I don't want to waste my strength on them, demonstrating them. So hopefully everyone knows how to do dips, but basically you want to start by pushing the bar away from you so that your shoulders are not hunched up by your ears. You want to push the bar away from you so that your shoulders are away from your ears. And now from this position, unassisted if you can, so bend your knees if you can and don't allow your feet to touch down. You're going to bend your elbows until they're parallel with the bars. Okay, and then you're going to straighten your elbows and push yourself back up, return to your starting position. If you don't have enough strength to do that, you can use your foot on the bar to assist you. Okay, so as you're lowering yourself down, as much as needed, as little as possible, but as much as needed, you can tap that one foot down on the bar so that again, you can assist yourself. Your leg is taking a little bit of that burden of lowering, because the negative is just as hard as the positive on these, for me anyway. So on the way down, you can use that foot to assist you as you come down with your elbows, and then you can use the foot to assist you as you push your body weight back up. Okay, so assisted dips are fine. So that will work if you have a dip bar or a piece of equipment similar to a dip bar or an old walker. But if you don't, you can do dips off of a chair or a park bench or the bleachers if you want to take this workout to the field at your local high school. So let me demonstrate that real quickly, and then we can start working out. So again, I'm going to use this flimsy plastic folding chair just to demonstrate what I'm talking about because it's out here, but please do not use a flimsy plastic folding chair for this exercise, okay? This is just so you can visualize what I'm talking about. If you're going to do this exercise off of a chair, again, please make sure that your chair is strong enough to support your body weight, sturdy enough so that it will not fold up on you or collapse on you, and stable enough so that it will not slide from underneath you. So what I recommend doing if you're going to use a chair is to first put down an exercise mat or a yoga mat on the floor or the ground, wherever you're working out. And then place the chair on top of the mat so that it can't slide from underneath you. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to come down with your hands on the chair, and again, for more difficulty, you can have your legs straight, and to make it a bit easier, you can bend your legs and have your feet flat on the floor or the ground in front of you. And then from here, you're just going to bend your elbows so that they are parallel to the ground if you can. Lower that booty down as low as you can, and then pressing the palms of your hands into the chair, push yourself back up, okay? So bend the elbows, lower that booty down as low as you can, and then press into the chair to push yourself back up. So, a chair that is strong enough to support your body weight, sturdy enough that it's not going to fold up on you, and it's well made, it's not going to collapse on you or something like that, and stable enough that it will not slide from underneath you will absolutely work for this exercise. And again, bleachers will work if you're going to take this workout to the field at your local high school. If you want to take this workout to the park, a park bench would work great for this as well. If you want to stay at home, you could maybe use your couch or your coffee table, okay? Any elevated surface that is strong enough, sturdy enough, and stable enough to be used safely will work. So again, please get creative and use what you've got, but use your common sense and be safe. But that's it. That's all of the exercises. Now here's how everything fits together. It is a very simple format. We are starting with 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. We already talked about that. So a set of 100 means 100 revolutions with the rope. We're going to do 5 sets of 100, any style jump rope. Then we are going to move on to our reverse push-ups or body weight rows or bent over rows, or you might be doing a push-up or burpee variation, but we're going to do 50 reps. Then we're going to do another 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope, and then we'll come back to our dip bar or chair or whatever you're using for a target, and we're going to do 50 reps of our kick over into a reverse lunge, alternating sides. So it's going to be 25 reps on each side, 50 reps total. And then we're going to just finish the little circuit with 5 dips. You can do more if you would like. The dips, the way I'm doing them on my dip bar, are a lot more difficult than doing dips off of a chair or a plyo box. I forgot to mention that, but obviously a plyo box would be ideal if you have one or if you have access to one at the gym or something, because a plyo box is specifically built to be used in that way. It is always going to be strong enough, sturdy enough, and stable enough to safely do dips on. So if you have a plyo box or you have access to one, that is your best option. But if not, a chair or your coffee table or your couch or park bench, something like that. Regardless though, if you're doing the dips in that way, they're a lot easier than doing them on a dip bar or walker or something like that. So you might want to do more reps, maybe 10, 15, 20, okay, whatever you feel is appropriate. But I'm going to just be doing 5. That's it, because that's all I need to do. And then we're just gonna repeat that whole thing once more. So then we'll start again at the top, another 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope, another 50 reps of reverse push-ups / body weight rows, 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope, and then another 50 reps of our kick over into a reverse lunge, and then we'll finish with just our last 5 dips. So that by the end of the workout, we will have completed a total of 2,000 revolutions of the jump rope. We'll have completed a total of 100 body weight rows or reverse push-ups, and we will have completed a total of 100 of our kick over the chair / dip bar exercise into a reverse lunge, so 50 on each side, and a total of 10 dips. Unless you're doing the less challenging version of dips and you would like to do more, I am going to have completed a total of 10 dips on my dip bar. So that's it. That's the workout. Please remember that I always take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video. So you're gonna watch me do it right now, watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course, as always, if there are any questions about the format and how everything fits together, I'm right here to help, so please just ask. If you have any questions or you need any help, please just ask, okay? I am always right here to help. You guys, it is so important that you understand how to do the exercises correctly before you begin the workout. So if you have any questions about the specific exercises we're doing today, any doubts about how to do them with the correct form, please just ask. And it is also extremely important to me, hopefully you realize by now, that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. I am always here to help facilitate that. So if you need to see beginner modifications, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions, if there's anything you didn't understand or anything you don't think you can do, I am right here, okay? So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or if you need help. If you understand what we're doing and you are ready to start this workout, go ahead and gather whatever equipment you need. So for me, that's my jump rope mat, and my dip bar. You may want to grab some weight if you're doing bent over rows. So maybe a sandbag or something similar if you have it, maybe a couple of dumbbells or a kettlebell, or maybe household items. Maybe you want to use water bottles or cans of soup. Maybe you want to use your laundry. I don't know. But if you want to add weight to that first exercise, go ahead and grab whatever you're using for weight. If you're doing some push-up or burpee variation, then obviously you won't need to grab anything for weight. Grab a chair, a strong, sturdy, stable chair. If you're using a chair for your dips, if you're using a chair for the kick over into reverse lunge, it doesn't really need to be strong, sturdy, and stable. But remember that if you're using something like a chair for your dips, to make sure that you're using your common sense and being safe. Grab your jump rope if you have one, and if you're jumping rope with me today, take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up, and when you're ready, let's get started. So just a heads up, this workout will be on the longer side. I think it's going to take me more than an hour. I would love to finish it in under an hour. I will do my best to keep it as close to an hour as I can, but I do think that this is going to be an hour plus for me today. If you're able to finish it faster, that's great, as long as you're not losing anything off of your form. Okay, so just remember, especially if you are working out along with the video, to please go at your own pace and mind your form. Do not sacrifice your form for speed. But if you are ready to go ahead and begin, we are starting with jump rope. 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. So my timer is set as a stopwatch. I'm going to get my watch going first. And now when you're ready, here we go. I'm starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we are counting 100 revolutions of the jump rope like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. So that is our first set of 100. I'm just going to mark a little slash so that I don't lose track of how many sets I've done. We're gonna do that 4 more times. So do your best. If you trip over your jump rope, you do not have to start the whole set over. Just take a breath, try to leave it behind you, and get right back into it as soon as you can, okay? Just pick up your count where you left off. And you wanna try to keep the rest breaks in between sets as short as you can. So I'm gonna zip it and get these last 4 sets done as quickly as I can. So when you're ready, here we go. Set number 2. Two more. That was set number 4. Final set. All right, that's set number 5. So before the workout that took me just a little under 5 minutes. So each of those little cardio sections is going to be identical. 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. So if you don't have a jump rope, you just do plus or minus about 5 minutes of any kind of cardio exercise you want on jumping rope. So next is our reverse push-ups, which remember are really just body weight rows. So if you do not have a dip bar or something similar, or an old walker that you can use for reverse push-ups, you can be doing pull-ups, or you can be doing bent over rows, using whatever kind of weight you've got. We're doing 50 of these. I'm going to hope to be able to make it through my first 20 unbroken. I know there's no way I can do 50 unbroken, so I'll try to get to 20, and then from there I'll probably just try to do sets of 10 for as long as I can. So do what you need to do, break it up however you need to break it up. If you're strong enough to do 50 in a row without stopping, go for it. So remember, legs straight for more difficulty, knees bent, feet flat on the floor for less difficulty. That's what I'm doing. So 50 body weight rows. When you're ready, here we go. So that's 20 for me. I always feel like I'm in a little fort when I talk to you guys from underneath my dip bar. It's the only thing that makes this kind of fun, because this exercise is pretty much torture for me. I have to do 30 more reps. I just need a minute to rest my arms and shake out my hands. I'm going to try for another set of 10 unbroken, and if I'm able to do 10 unbroken, I'll try to do that 2 more times. But I'm probably gonna get to the point where I have to even just do little sets of 5 for these, but it's okay, I'll get them done. If you need a longer rest break than what I'm taking, remember you can always pause the video and come back when you're ready. Just don't come back before you're ready, before you feel like you're ready to continue with good form, okay? Remember, you're prioritizing your form above all else, certainly above speed. Don't sacrifice your form for speed. When you feel that you have enough strength and enough stamina, that you're able to continue with good form, let's come back up. Ooh, and see if we can do another 10. Barely got through that 10. So I might have to just start doing little mini sets of 5, but that was my 30th rep. So if I'm able to complete another unbroken set of 10, that would be lovely. That'll get me to 40. But if if I have to stop and rest halfway through, I'll stop and rest halfway through. It's fine. This is a really tough exercise for me, so if it's not as tough for you, then you're probably through it already. Me, I've got quite a few more reps left to go, 20 all day. So I'm gonna pick up my count at 30. I'm gonna do at least 5, and then I'll try to see if I can get another 10 done unbroken. Wish me luck, here we go. That's 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. I want to try to challenge myself to start working more on pull-up exercises like this and like pull-ups, because I want to try rock climbing. I've never tried it before, and I'm worried about not having enough upper body strength and enough back strength and enough grip strength to be good at it, and it's really only fun if I'm good at it. So not that I want to be an expert out of the gates, but I want to be at least good enough that it's enjoyable. So I'm trying to make it a point to focus on more types of exercises that are going to improve my grip strength and my upper body strength. So this would be one of them. I'm picking up my count at 40. I'll do 5 more and then assess the situation. I may need to rest. I may try to continue. But I only have 10 reps left to go, so let's get these done. Almost done with our first set of these. That's 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. All right, good job. I know those are tough. They're tough for me anyway. But hopefully I can start to get better at them. It's also an exercise that I haven't done in quite some time. I really haven't used the dip bar much as of late. I tend to not incorporate it as much because I know that not a lot of people have one. Even though I always provide equipment-free substitutions, I don't know, it's just kind of easier to not have to make the substitutions, so I tend to not use it as much, but I should start incorporating it more. All right, so next is another cardio section, identical to the first one, so that means for me, I'm going to be doing another 5 sets of 100 with my jump rope. You can be doing plus or minus 5 minutes of any kind of cardio exercise you want. If you need more of a rest, pause the video, come back when you're ready. Here we go, 5-ish minutes of moderate paced cardio. practice our round kicks into a reverse lunge. That sounded like I said reverse lunge. That sounds like a euphemism for vomiting or something. We don't want that. We want reverse lunges. Maybe you don't want them either, but they're good for you, so we're gonna do them. So kick over, reverse lunge, alternating sides, 50 reps total. So grab your dip bar if you have one, or chair, arm of your couch, park bench, whatever you're using for a target. If you're not using a target, you're gonna imagine a target about this height, and you're gonna kick over it, and you're gonna do a reverse lunge. Sounds like fun, right? We're gonna do that 50 times. So, remember you're starting by kicking your leg across your body, up and over your target. Now pick up the other foot, that leg follows back into your reverse lunge. Alternating sides, so now this foot's gonna come forward, kick up and over. Other foot follows in the same direction. Let your momentum carry you back to your reverse lunge. That's 2. We're going to 50, so do your best. That's 3, 4, keep going. 20 for me. Rest if you need to. Ready. It's 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, last one, and 50. If you're not doing the workout with me and you're just watching and you think that exercise looks easy, try it. Try try doing 50 in a row. It's deceivingly taxing. It's a tough exercise. So I'm giving myself a minute to recover. We're almost halfway through. We're almost finished with this first round. We're doing 2 rounds. So all I have left to do are my dips. If you are doing your dips off of a plyo box or a strong, sturdy, stable chair or a park bench or something like that, your coffee table, your couch, you may choose to do more than 5 reps. I'm just doing 5 reps because on my best day, that's the most of these I can do unassisted. And I'm gonna try my best to do them unassisted if I can. So if you can't do them unassisted, remember you can use your foot to help you. All right, hopefully I can do even one of these unassisted, I don't know. All right, just do your best. Unassisted, which I'm thrilled about. One day, a few months ago, I did 5 unassisted, and it was like the happiest day of my life. I shocked the hell out of myself. But I did 4 today. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to do 1, so I'm thrilled with that. I had a choice on that final rep to either shorten up my range of motion or to use my full range of motion and use my foot to assist me. And I opted to use my full range of motion and tap that foot down to assist me. You saw on the way down, I tapped my foot so that I was able to get my arms more or less parallel to the ground. And then I used my foot as well, used my leg as well a little bit to assist me on the way up. There's nothing wrong with doing them assisted. Just make sure you're using your leg as little as possible. You don't want your leg to carry the majority of the burden just as much as you absolutely need it to, okay? The other thing I could have done was shorten up my range of motion. Just waiting for the plane. So instead of using my foot to assist me down and back up, I could have just not come down as far, and then just as soon as I got to, I lowered my body as low as I could without assistance, push the bar, push the dip bar away, and push myself back up. Either of those is fine. I just chose to use my full range of motion, so however you want to handle it is fine. It's your workout. Do what works for you. But you guys, that is round 1. I'm under half an hour, so it's still technically feasible that I could complete this whole thing in under an hour. I don't think it's likely because I don't have a lot of wiggle room, and I would have to keep essentially the same pace for round 2. I only have a couple of minutes to play with if I want to finish in under an hour. So I don't think it's likely, but I'm gonna do my best to keep it moving. I'm gonna do my best to keep it under an hour if I can, but at least keep it as close to an hour as I can. Just remember, it's good to set a time goal, and you do want to push yourself, you do want to keep the workout moving, but not at the expense of your form, okay? So if it takes you longer to get through the exercises correctly, then it's going to take you longer, but don't just start going through the motions. If you find yourself racing through the exercises because you're just trying to finish the workout fast, wait for the plane. that, I want you to just take a step back, take a couple of deep breaths, and slow down your pace. Recenter your focus on your form, okay? I'm gonna stop chit-chatting so that I can keep this moving. If you need a longer rest break so that you can towel off, hydrate, have a couple bites of a banana, whatever you need to do, you can pause the video, come back when you're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and start round 2, so we're just gonna repeat that whole thing once more. So starting at the top with another 5 or so minutes of moderate paced cardio. For me, that means 5 sets of 100 with my jump rope. Remember, you can be doing any style of jump rope you want. The only important thing is that we are counting 100 revolutions of the rope, and we're doing that 5 times. So when you're ready, here we go. Starting round 2. You don't have to break these up into sets of 100 if you don't want to. If you'd rather just knock out all 500 reps without stopping, you do you. I need to break them up today into sets of 100 to make it a little more manageable for myself. Of course, if sets of 100 are not manageable for you, you can break it down further. You can do sets of 50 or sets of 20, whatever you need to do to make it work for you. Remember, just be where you are, work to your own level, go at your own pace. This is round 3 for me. More sets. Set number 4. Last one. set number 5. We've completed so far a total of 1,500 revolutions of the jump rope all day. We just have 5 sets left to go. But first, we're gonna do our 50 reverse push-ups or body weight rows. I should just call them body weight rows because that's what they are, but you know, Zuzka, old habits die hard. So round 1, I was able to complete the first 20 reps without stopping. I know I don't have the strength or the stamina for that right now, so I'm going to try to get through my first 10 without stopping, and I'm going to continue with sets of 10 for as long as I can. At some point, I'll probably have to start breaking them down even further and doing little mini sets of 5, but I'll get to 50. If 50 reps is too many for you, you really can cut them in half. You can do 25 or 20. Again, it's your workout, so do whatever works for you. You need to be working at your own level, so make whatever changes or modifications you need to make it work for you. All right, sooner I start, sooner it's done. So let's get these done. I'm gonna try to do at least 10, hopefully without stopping. That's my first 10. I don't necessarily feel like I need a break yet. I definitely could have done a few more reps without stopping, but I'm pacing myself for 50. So I think that for me, the most efficient way to do that is going to be breaking them up into sets of 10 for as long as I can. That'll help me to keep my rest breaks shorter than if I go until failure. If I go until failure, then I'll need a longer rest break before I have enough strength to continue. If I break them down into sets of 10, I can hopefully string together at least 3 or 4 sets of 10 in a row, taking just a short break in between, and I'll get through the 50 reps much quicker. So when you're ready, I'm gonna tackle another 10 if I can, unbroken. Remember, you can straighten your legs for more of a challenge. If you're opting for the easier version, like what I'm doing with your knees bent and your feet flat on the ground, remember that the reason for that, the reason it's easier is because you can use your leg muscles to assist you. Just be mindful of how much you're using your leg muscles, okay? You want to work your upper body as much as you can. So knees bent, feet flat on the floor means that your legs are there to assist you, so use them. That's why you're bending your knees. But try to use them as little as you can, okay? That set of 10 was much more difficult than the first one. I'm gonna see if I have one more set of 10 in me that will get me to 30. So when you're ready, that's 30 for me. We're getting there. Just have 20 more to do. If I can continue doing sets of 10, then I only have 2 more sets to go. So that's 2 of a thing instead of 20 of a thing. Psychologically, it makes it easier. However, I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue to doing sets of 10. We'll see. I'm going to be able to continue to do sets of 10. Rest breaks are getting a bit longer, obviously, because my arms are more fatigued, but I'm still trying to keep them as short as I can. If you started with straight legs and you find that you're slowing down too much, or it's just getting too difficult, you can always bend your knees to make it a little bit easier if you want. If you don't want to be out here all day doing these with straight legs, it's up to you. Pick up my count at 30. That was 10. So I'm at 40. We've actually done 90 of these all day, which is just incredible because these are so hard for me. Almost done with them. I have just 10 left to do. I just want a couple more deep breaths. I want another 15, 20 seconds or so for my heart rate to come down a little and to feel like I've regained enough strength in my arms that I can possibly do one more set of 10 unbroken. If I can't, I'll do 5 and 5. But we're gonna get them done. We've done 90 of these all day. We just have to do 10 more. So we're definitely gonna get them done. Here we go. When you're ready, pick up my count at 90. Thank you very none. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 95. Just 5 more all day. 96, 97, 98, 99, last one. 100. Those are so tough, but they're done. Now, we just have one more little cardio section. You guys were getting there. Not too bad, right? It's hard work, but not the worst. I think there's still a chance that I might be able to finish this in under an hour. Again, that's not my top priority, but it would be nice because I didn't think I had it in me today to finish this in under an hour, and maybe I don't, but it'll be close. I'm gonna keep it as close as I can. Okay, so towel off, hydrate, have a sip of water or your sports drink of choice. Maybe have a couple more bites of your banana if you're worried about cramping up. When you're ready, let's start this 4th and final jump rope section. I'm going to be doing another 5 sets of 100 with my jump rope. Any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. If not, you could be doing about 5 minutes of any other kind of cardio exercise you want. If you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. Here we go, 5 sets of 100 with the jump rope. Do your best. One down, 4 to go. Let's push. Four down, 1 to go. This is our final set of jump rope all day. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. That is our 20th set of 100 all day. Which means that we have completed 2,000 revolutions of the jump rope and about 20 minutes of moderate paced cardio, so good job. We've also done 100 body weight rows, which is no small feat, and 5 dips. You know, as well as 50 so far of these over the chair kicks into a reverse lunge. So we have 50 left to go, alternating sides. So we're gonna do another 25 reps on each side. I was able to get through the entire set of 50 50 without really stopping, but you did see towards the end, I was getting fatigued, and there was one rep where I didn't clear my target. I started that rep over. So that's why I was telling you before the workout why I like to have a target, because as I fatigue, it helps keep me honest. It helps keep me working hard and making sure I have to get my leg up and over to actually clear a physical target. So if you don't clear your target, I recommend starting the rep over so that each rep has integrity. I don't like to count the rep if it doesn't have integrity. Every rep doesn't have to be exactly 100% picture perfect, but it has to have enough integrity that I feel like I'm getting out of the exercise what I'm wanting to. So that's a threshold that you need to decide for yourself. So if I can do all 50 again without stopping, great, that's what I'll do, but I'll probably have to take a couple of short little rest breaks. Just do your best. Remember that your best is always, always good enough. So let your best be good enough. Here we go, when you're ready. If you need a longer rest break, you can pause the video and come back when you really feel like you're ready to tackle these with good form. Here we go, 50 reps. So kick up and over, reverse lunge. Remember to control the movement on that reverse lunge so that you don't bang your knee into the ground, please. That's 2, 3, and we're off. 4, we're going to 50, do your best. Let your best be good enough. 5, 6, 20 for me. I'm gonna keep going. That's at least 30 for me. Might be 32. I had to redo that one rep because I didn't clear my target and I think it made me lose count, so I did what I think might be an extra 2 reps just to make sure. I would rather know that I may have done an extra 2 reps than wonder if I didn't do enough reps. So even though I think that might have been rep number 32, I'm counting it as rep number 30. I have to do 20 more. How are we doing on time? All right, if I can get through the last 20 of these without stopping, I still have a prayer of finishing in under an hour. So, but that's also why I told you before the workout that if you're a beginner and you don't feel comfortable with the target because you feel like you might not be able to clear the target and you might hit your leg on the target and hurt yourself, it's perfectly fine to do this without a target, okay? Do what works for you. I'm picking up my count at 30. I've had a long enough rest break. I'm thinking that I can probably get through these last 20 without stopping. That's what I'm going for. If I need to stop, I'll stop. Just do your best. But here we go, we have to do 20 more of these. That's 35 for me. And 40, just 10 more. $45, $46, get that leg up and over, let's push. $47, $48, just 2 more. $49, last one, and $50. I have more than 3 minutes to get these dips done. If I want to finish in under an hour, that's more than enough time, but I would be rushing through them. They would be sloppy, and I would need to use my foot to assist me for each and every rep. I know that. I would rather go over an hour if resting for a couple more minutes means that I can do even 1 or 2 or 3 of these unassisted. So that's my priority, not the timer. I'd still love to finish in under an hour if I can, but you know, again, if that's your top priority, you can just do these assisted, that's fine. It's your workout, you do what works for you. You can hear my neighbor's air conditioning unit starting to click on and off intermittently, so you know the temperature is definitely rising out here. It is getting hot. It's going to be 100 degrees again today, and I do want to go ahead and get these done. I have 2 minutes left. Let's see if it's enough time to do 5 really good dips with as little assistance as possible. I'm going to do my best. Minutes and 54 seconds. I was needing to use my foot. I did the first rep completely unassisted. I'm good with that. The next 2 or 3 reps, I really used my foot very, very little. By that last rep, I was needing to use it more, but I hope you could tell that I really was using my foot as little as possible to assist me. I was really working my triceps as much as I possibly could for those 5 reps. Definitely. And I finished in under an hour, so absolutely thrilled about that. Really good job, you guys. That was a very tough workout. We are not quite finished yet. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee, so we have just 1 rep left to go. But first, it is time for the McFlurry Minute. I'm going to reset my timer to count down 60 seconds for me. I'm going to jump rope for 60 seconds, and if I can make it through the entire 60-second work interval without tripping over my jump rope, everybody wins a free McFlurry. So give me just a minute to reset my timer. I will be right back. All right, my timer has been reset. Victoria is ready to dominate this McFlurry Minute today. Victoria is my beautiful silver jump rope with the pretty light pink metallic handles. And for those of you who have asked me where I get my jump ropes, I will leave a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video. So click on the link, use coupon code Rebecca to save an additional 10%. Today's a big day because we have a streak going of 13 successful McFlurry Minutes in a row, and that means we are going for 14 in a row today. And you guys, 14 in a row is the current record. The last time we went for 14 in a row, I completely cracked under the pressure. I tripped over my jump rope. Everybody had to buy their own ice cream today. It was the literal worst. So yes, the pressure is on. I very much want to tie the record today. I very much want to eat free ice cream today. So you guys, I'm going to do my absolute best to not trip over Victoria. I have the utmost faith in Victoria. I know she's got this. This is just a matter of whether or not I'm up to the task. So I'm going to do my very best to not trip over Victoria and to keep the streak alive, to tie the current record, which will be the equivalent of 2 full weeks worth of free ice cream. So I'm nervous, but I'm gonna do my best to not let my nerves sabotage my effort in getting us all some free ice cream today, okay? So wish us luck. Victoria doesn't need luck, I need luck. So wish me luck. We are starting as always with a 10-second rest interval, just so that I have an extra 10 seconds to crumble under this immense pressure. Couple more deep breaths. I'm gonna do my best to not trip for 60 seconds. And then we can all meet at McDonald's for some free ice cream. Here we go. That was the most consecutive successful McFlurry Minutes in a row I've ever done. I guess that's redundant. Consecutive means in a row. Give me a break, you guys. I don't care. I am on such a McFlurry high right now. I am going to be crying tears of joy into my free McFlurry today. Victoria did it yet again. She did not crack under the pressure, not even close. Cool as a cucumber, this one. What an amazing jump rope. Not to leave out Rebecca, of course. Rebecca is equally amazing, and if I had chosen Rebecca today, I have the utmost faith that we would have been successful. But it was Victoria that came through for us today, so thank you, Victoria. Wonderful job. And you guys, that's 2 weeks worth of free ice cream. There is no better way to spend the summer. So now we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. Here we go, final rep of the day when you are ready. With that, the workout is now officially complete. I really liked this workout, but I thought it was super tough. I hope you liked it as well. If you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately, and even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. You guys are the best. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format, how everything fits together, if you have any questions about the exercises that we were doing today, any doubts at all about how to do them with the correct form, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions or beginner modifications, I am right here to help, so please just ask. That is going to do it for today, but before I say goodbye, I have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, I know the vacuum cleaner man. So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says, I know the vacuum cleaner man. That is going to do it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.